Signore e signori, Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Luka Modric. He's someone, Peter, who...
And the finish! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Gonzalo Ramos! It's loose and Batistuta! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Tomori. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Pedro. He's on it, can he get away? Barella was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to... Barella! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Great chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
A wonderful ball to play him in like that. Great pace, into feet, nearly superb.
And they've got a throw. Gabia spots it and intercepts. Now he's got space here. Oh, delightful ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Gonzalo Ramos. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And he's definitely... And Ribery! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Barella did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's chance! Goal, Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Milan leading now.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Knocks it into space. Milan have got it. Jimenez! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barella goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, played through for the wide man. He's got away. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Now it's Pulisic. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Pedro. And this is Modric. He's found a way through. Nkunku. It's out for a goal kick.
Sostituzione per il Milan, numero 46.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Hernandez. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Pulisic. Milan heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. That's the keeper's ball. Somewhat off target. Ribery is onto this, looking to play him in. Oh, well played, well played. Jimenez looking to add to his goal. Salmakers, and the pass is intercepted. Pulisic has created one goal already. Salamakers makes a move down the right.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Pedro, and that is expertly dealt with. And that's been won straight back. Ribery, but Asagi wins the duel this time. And here's Pedro. No, he's not getting his way this time. And the whistle goes for half-time. Milan have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. So there was the first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
Milan are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1.
Sostituzione per il Milan, numero 11. Lascia il campo per il numero 18.
So right back into the action. Spread neatly. That pass isn't the best. Now it's Batistuta. This is Batistuta. Oh, he's on his own! And Batistuta! Goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Quite a game this, all square again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Can he get on the end of this? Tomori. And Serginho. Oh, that's a key interception. And this is Batistuta. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking for the run. Oh, that looks a good ball through. And the shot! It's a loose ball. Zambo Anguissa. Barella. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And he's had it nicked away. Lobbed in behind. Now it's Batistuta. And it's Hernandez. Great vision. Oh, that's well spotted. Swung over. Oh, can he get onto this? Ribéry. Plays a sharp little ball here. That is good strength. What a throw in. Good chance here! And he has kept it out somehow.
Serginho is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. Rui Costa with the short one. Pedro can get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Threads one in. And the shot! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be. He's in one-on-one. Ribéry! And he couldn't finish.
Ribéry deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
DiMarco is there to clear. Tomori. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Well, it's Batistuta. Batistuta! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Shapes to shoot! And a neat finish! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. How very smart. He just got it right.
Some great movement here and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Milan go up by 2 and are looking good.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Over to the other side. No, that's been intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Just eases him off the ball. Played out towards the right wing. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Can he finish? Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. That was a given. It always was.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
How many? Just how many? So now the difference is 3.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Now who's going to be first to this? Tomori.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Great ball, and he's in here. Shot a goal! Oh, good finish. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Milan are having a ball here. That has not gone well. That's been cut out, well played. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. The ball's gone astray. Batistuta bops him off it and wins back the ball. Tomori. Now it's Ramos. That is good alertness. Ribery. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Can he get it through? It's a pretty loose pass. And there goes the final whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, after all of that, Jim,
Signore e signori, benvenuti
Well, the next couple of hours or so will be critical in deciding their ultimate fate. Having made their intentions clear at the start of all this, now they have the chance to make it happen. It is all eyes forward and full steam ahead. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, I quite like the look of the defender, Pavlovic, because he seems to be a very good blend of steel and skill. We know all about his tackling and his strength, but it's the other aspect of his game that really stands out. He can carry the ball forward and pick those telling passes too.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Now it's Ramos. Estupinian gets over and intercepts. Not the most accurate pass. Played through into space. Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He won't be happy with that one. Barella. Now, can they get him away? Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Pavlovic cuts it out. Now it's Pedro. Rafael Leao aims beyond the defence. Well, that pass isn't the best. But it is clear. Bartasaghi has got himself a free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Martinez. He's looking wide. And this is Modric. An uncompromising challenge. That has ended up in no man's land. Look at this decent chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's got this place bouncing. Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy to feed off.
Gabbia getting this one clear. Pass somewhat off target. Time and again they are repelled. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And he's quick to return it. And he's managed to get rid. And that has not gone well. Tomori, can he get it through? Pedro. And that has been knocked clear. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Threads one in. Martinez is flagged offside. He's got away. Now it's Martinez. Can he get on the end of this? He's had a shot! And a neat finish! 2 up now, and they are cruising. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And here's Barella. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. In with the challenge. Now here's the delivery. And he's quick to get rid. Pedro has the space to scheme. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Corner number 2 then. Barella goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Looking for options for movement. So no flag here. Rafael Leao! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Rafael Leao deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Estupinian gets across to intercept that. Now it's Rafael Leao, and he's managed to get free. Chance for a shot! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Pass somewhat off target. Milan are looking to go forward now. And the through ball. Martinez receives it in a good position here. A lot of space. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Milan have themselves a chance from the spot. The chance to pull further clear. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
A case now of complete control. It's gone for a throw-in.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Gabbia attempts a clearance. Gonzalo Ramos back and defending. And that's been won straight back. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And they're back on the ball again. And it's half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Milan marching seemingly on towards victory, 3-0 at the break. So the action resumes. Some resolute defending there. Caught offside that time. It's just beyond his reach. And he's had it nicked away. Rafael Leao. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now that's well seen too. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Pavlovic cuts out the pass. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, super ball. He's in a great position here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gonzalo Ramos. Rabiot promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, that pass isn't the best. Not the most convincing of passes. Over to the right flank. Looking to play him in. He'll try from distance! Lukumi. Now he's got space here, and he cuts out the supply. Gabbia kept his eye on it, and he's there. This game already looks like a fait accompli.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
So we've reached the hour mark. Searching pass he's played there. Tomori. That'll be a throw-in. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18. Lascia il campo per il numero 15.
Batshuayi defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Pedro. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That has ended up in no man's land. It's a pretty loose pass. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, nicely intercepted. And here's Ramos. Not the most accurate pass. Nicely spread. That has ended up in no man's land. Estupinian is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Pedro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Ah, he's given it away. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Pass somewhat off target. Just about within shooting range. He's shifting through the gears here. Estupinian has it in and there's the shot!
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9, Pedro. Viene sostituito con il numero 56.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Modric. Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Tries to play it through. Oh, what? There's the shot! Yes! His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And very quickly, the substitute. Real chance! Gonzalo Ramos gets flagged offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 99.
Milan have opted to make another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution.
And he's let fly! And that's past the post. Gabbia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Deftly away. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Well, that has not gone well. Manuel. And that is that. Milan have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Milan really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Ricordiamo a tutti I tifosi che è possibile fumare solo
Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new-look Camp Nou at its best. Well, we're on the way. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's tough.
He's had a shot! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate...
He's having a shot! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
McAllister. Raul. Can he get on the end of this? Driven in. He leaps for it! He's got a goal! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Well, you've always got that threat when he's around. Great movement, and what a...
And he shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And we have our very first corner. Kukçu goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Messi. Pass is just off target. And this is Shevchenko. Hazard knocks it into space. And he's there to belt it away. Succumbs to the pressure. Threads one in. Dink through. Oh, disastrous start. 2 down in next to no time. No, that's been intercepted. And this is Shevchenko.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Kukçu. Hazard wants to run onto this. And now they can clear their lines. It's gone out for a throw-in. Lee Kang in. Oh, that's a fine interception. Saliba gets a foot in. Shapes to shoot! Oh, well hit. Very well hit, actually. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's got away. It's a pretty loose pass. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now that looks a decent ball. He's dealt with that really well. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And this is Rooney. Hakimi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pinches it off him. Now it's Hazard. Raul in the hunt and looking threatening. It's Rooney! And he couldn't finish.
Well, it goes to show you there's a lot you can do if you have willing runners like that. You'll always get that chance. And it's quite direct from them. It's actually quite long from back to front.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Pass somewhat off target. Aimed beyond the defence.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There was...
And a shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Lee Kang-in just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
That's going wide left. Now, can they get him away? And he plays one through. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. And the keeper beats it away. Pau Kubasi wins the duel this time. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Raul. Dani Olmo receives real chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. And no question, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
And here's McAllister, and he's been shifted off it.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Played into space, chips it through. Well timed, excellent interception.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Nice bit of trickery, and he's managed to get free. Oh, that is a good ball shot, surely! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Aimed at the far side. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And the referee has blown for half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Manchester United really are lucky not to be down by one, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So the action resumes.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Chance for a shot! He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So where will he go? One back. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Manchester United cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Here's foul. Oh, shooting chance! And he scores! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. A quick look, thought about cutting in. There's the shot! Goal! Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Barcelona leading now. Hazard. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's found a way through. And he whips it across. And he can thump it away. And they're quick to get it back. Shevchenko.
Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky...
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Now this is interesting, he has already had his name taken once. Van Dijk has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm, he is therefore off. That is ended up in no man's land. Tries to play it through. Messi is in a really good position out wide. He's picked his way through. That is good strength. Nicely aimed pass. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Rooney, in with the challenge. Al-Kubasi spots it and intercepts. Now it's McAllister. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! It's loose now, and in he goes again. He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 27.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Serán sustituidos.
He steps in, and Messi! Of course! It's level again! What a match we have!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Oh, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Not the most accurate pass.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
That's a nicely shaped ball. And it's Shevchenko. Goes for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Decent chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Shevchenko really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
So, third corner of the game. And how did he not put that away?
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Ball comes in. Oh, what a mistake! Manchester United are running out of time and out of options.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Tries a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
That's really well manoeuvred. Guardiola kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That has not gone well. Alexander-Arnold. Great vision. Thinks about the shot. Shoots! It's in! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
As if three weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Barcelona have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now there's a fine, takes a shot! Oh, and the referee says that is it. Manchester United perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, the next couple of hours or so will be critical in deciding their ultimate fate. Having made their intentions clear at the start of all this, now they have the chance to make it happen. It is all eyes forward and full steam ahead. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. So we're very much on the way now. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I think we have another one here who's a member of the Catalan school of total football, and the type of player that is very much their speciality. This guy, Fermin Lopez, you have to wonder what it is with them and elite central midfielders. But he's going to be, if everything works out, that is, he's going to be up there with the best of all.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Rafinha unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Played back to the goalkeeper. And it's Hazard. McAllister. Shot, surely! Oh, they could break here. Now it's Mbappe. Now he's running away. Guardiola spots it and intercepts. Threads one in. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Yamal. McAllister. Rooney. That's really well manoeuvred. And this is Hazard. And he's got the beating of his man.
Pretty robust defending.
And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
And this is Rooney. Rooney! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Yamal. Great vision. Lee Kang in. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And this is Hazard. And he's straight offside. That's been cut out, well played. It's not an especially good pass, that. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Keeper's got good distance on that. Could move up a gear here. He's shifting through the gears here. That has found him in acres of space. And the finish! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. That is simply top draw, beautifully served up and deliciously finished.
I'll tell you, Peter, more went into that than you think. He had to anticipate the cross, get in the right position, and then time the volley.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
That looks a decent ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Played through for the wide man. Alexander-Arnold with the clearance. Has a look and plays it forward. They get a throw in. Well timed, excellent interception. McAllister. Now it's Lee Kang in. And this is Rooney. Big chance! There's a goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Number 11.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Spread it left. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Arsenal with a chance to counter-attack now. Yamal in acres of space out wide. He's got away. Yamal. That's very neat. Fermin. Paredes. And it's Van Dijk. Tries to play it through. Decent chance! Goal! Arsenal! And they're back in front. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Space for him to turn and look. Lee Kang-in! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Lee Kang-in has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. They've played it short. This looks promising. Nice looking ball.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
And here's Lee Kang-in. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Alexander-Arnold looking for options for movement. Shot could be real chance. The final seconds now. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we are back on the way.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play.
And the shot! Of course! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Arsenal really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So again, we have parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter.
And he shoots! Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up front.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Arsenal with them. It's Asa! Goal! Manchester United! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, I think...
And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! Into the lead once more. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Oh, a gilt-edged chance! And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Now it's Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Cross needs terrific effort. Harmlessly behind.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
The attendance for this match is 61,000.
He's in a great position here. McAllister. Rooney. They've won a corner. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Looking for the run. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nicely shaped ball. He's found space here. It's a promising position. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Manchester United choosing to make the first change. Change being made here, presumably to tighten their defence.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
Number 8, Trent Alexander.
Oh, what has happened here? Jamal! And he's found the net! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Manchester United dragged themselves back again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome...
He's in! Must be! A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Manchester United have their lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly.
Shot at goal! And that really should have been that.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. Paredes gets across to intercept that. Big chance, corner. Manchester United have their third corner.
Manchester United.
He's having a hit! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Dani Olmo. That is good alertness. And that could set him on his way. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Manchester United nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And he's in on goal. Tries a shot. Goal! And that should do it. Within sight of the finish line. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Manchester United have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Not going up front in a hurry. And smartly reclaimed. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
The pass has gone astray. Saliba does really well to win the ball there. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe shapes to shoot! And that's a tiny finish! Deep into injury time! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And another try! Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
All hands on deck for this one. Koundé clears it away. An audacious attempt! And that is that. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
And a quick announcement for the benefit, if anybody who has found themselves a little lost today,